Hello everyone and welcome to Railway Empire. This is yet another train simulation game. It seems to be a little bit of a resurgence here in 2017 for railway simulation, and we're going to be giving this game a test. I requested a key for it. It seemed to be a little bit different than what you might be used to with, say, like Transport Fever and Machine Key or OpenTDD. It's a little bit more, I guess you could compare it to Tropico a bit in terms, I guess, style. You know, it has a stylized look like that, and some more objective-based gameplay. So we're just going to hop right in here. We're going to start with the campaign. We're going to do Chapter 1. As you can see, we're in the United States here, and the cool thing about these regions, I played a little bit by myself, is, like, for example, if I were to load up this region here on the East Coast, it would actually draw this map out. So this little box is going to hopefully represent what we get here. So here we go. We're going to be at the construction sites of the Union Pacific Railroad, which was started in 1863. Tracks were built westwards to establish the first transcontinental line. While you are conquering the vastness of the Great Plains in the heights of the Rocky Mountains with your tracks, you'll learn about the basics of Railway Empire. So here we go. Now, when you start a free game, you can kind of choose where you want your starting capital to be. It looks like we are starting here in Omaha City. Here we go.
Sometimes I think about giving everything up and dedicating my life to poetry. How about you?
So these are characters, and when you play by yourself, you get to choose characters and then give different names here. Our name is that cat, of course.
Meticulous planning, tables,
right.
Figures, and hard facts.
All that planning. I got a capitalizing that cat there. Cool. So we're gonna go ahead and continue load in here. Now you're going to notice
in 1863, on the banks of the Missouri River, the last chapter in the monumental undertaking of the Transcontinental Railroad began.
All right. We're gonna do this last chapter, even though it's chapter 1. Seems a little weird.
The workers of the Union Pacific Railroad began
laying their
dwarves
tracks
westward from
They're just
Omaha
all dwarves.
through the wild heart of the North American continent.
Yes, dig. Dig. I want to skip this for now because there's gameplay we want to get to.
Greetings. My name is Thomas Clark Durand.
Hello,
Exactly,
Thomas Clark.
the head of Union Pacific. We will go down in history as the ones who created the Transcontinental Railroad. And that, my friend, is your job as chief engineer.
Big map here.
I can supervise everything here on site right now, as I have to meet with some politicians in Washington.
Oh, you can zoom in really close, and I like the graphical style. All right.
First, you should familiarize yourself with the basic controls. Move the camera in all directions. Now, test the camera's zoom function. You can also rotate the camera. Give it a try.
Rotate. We're gonna do some nice ASMR stuff here with the camera and my keyboard. All right, let's go ahead and build a train station for Norfolk Hill. All right. So we're going to do a small train station, and you can see you can only build within this green circle. If I try and build outside of it, it's not going to let me. Unlike most of them, other games like this, is you get a little bit of a different, I guess, incentive to build train stations through your town. So for example, if we kind of just threw this down right here, what it's going to do, and you'll see.
Very good. Now the two stations need to be connected with tracks.
You will see that
switch to track laying mode.
The city gets split, but it's actually a good thing. It's, you know, let's get that centralized look early on while the towns are hopefully small. So this is Omaha. We're going to go to track construction, and we're going to get this stuff laid out here. So you can build in sections, of course. You know, you can just kind of draw your own spline like that, and when you lay this out, you can actually kind of drag these splines around or create a new spline, right? And design your track a little bit different. if that is something you want to do. You know, if you need more spline to get a smoother circle, you can totally do that. Here is the cost, and then as soon as we hit pay and build,
now create your first train so that you can set up a rail
like
line between your stations.
All right, we're gonna go ahead for
initially your train only exists on paper. It's not much use to you without a locomotive.
It's a Philadelphia. All right, it goes 31 miles an hour. We're gonna go ahead and buy that, which is good. We're gonna close out of here.
Each train needs a rail line that passes through all the stations it should stop at.
Ideally, yes. All right, so we've hooked up a rail line from Omaha to Norfolk. We're gonna leave loading to automatic, and we are going to be loading a whole bunch of meat, it seems, from Omaha, and delivering that over here. I don't know why they are actually accepting meat. You wouldn't think so, but hey, that's what we're gonna be shipping. We need water, sand, and lubricant on its journey. You had to place a supply tower along the route. So that's in the railway construction here. So supply tower. This is basically like little gas stations, fueling points and things. All right. Every city needs corn. So maybe we can go ahead and get a new train station down here, like it's wanting us to. All right, so let's do that. And this is essentially the tutorial level. I know some of you guys probably were just like, Uthris, come on, get into the real gameplay. This is going to help us learn, because this is a little bit more of a competitive game with AI companies that you eventually have to kind of bid against. So it's good to get your bearings straight here. And it's good to get some good music. Ba 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 ba. All right, there we go. So this is gonna cost what, $31? All right, so we're gonna go pay and build that. Seems a little cheap, if you ask me. All right, we have to deal with the logistics problem, as Norfolk should also enjoy fresh corn. There will be soon 2 trains traveling on this stretch of track between Omaha and Norfolk. Of course, this will then result in some travel. You'll need a side track between Omaha and Norfolk, right? Because we only need a single track here. So we're going to go ahead and build a side track like this is suggesting. I don't know why it's not doing the voice, but it is early access. So we are going to get a nice gentle merge here, and then a nice gentle merge back, just like that. All right, so we have our bypass lane here now. They'll always take the shortest track. All right, but I believe you can set up some signals. All right. And you can set which direction, and of course right lane traffic is the best here. And it looks like maybe just using one is going to produce that. There we go. There's our little train. You can ride these and stuff, but hopefully I'll show you guys in just a second a little bit more. That pass. To do this, hold down the shift button and select the signal. There we go. So you can see this is allowing trains to go this way, but not the other way. And it looks like we have to do kind of the same over here. All right, and then no, that way. That way, they won't hopefully bog each other down. So there's more hips and tricks that we can find in this menu here, but we're gonna just basically ignore that, because that's kind of it's fine. We're good. We're good there. We're just watching our little train work its way from Omaha at this point. And you can see we can set our train, go into an orbit view, very classy. We can also do ride-alongs. Look at that, and whistle, which is always great to do. We can change the camera position rail position here. Maybe you want to be above, looking backwards, or maybe, yeah. So, you know, there's different views, which is good. I need to get out of this view. Need to get out of this view. There we go. Right click. Right click goes always back in the menus, it seems. Now, assemble a new train to give it a locomotive and a rail line. The new rail line should run via Omaha to Norfolk, and so that people from Norfolk can be supplied with corn. Okay, we can do that. So we'll go ahead and new train. Here we go. And we'll buy another Philadelphia. Great. And we will go back, set up a rail line from Evans Farm to Omaha to Norfolk. Alright, that's pretty good. Alright. Changes made to railroad line. I don't know what that means. Corn will automatically make use of your train because that's it's set to automatic, of course. They'll be still missing something. Locomotives wear out over time and need to be regularly maintained so they can perform their duties more reliably. There needs to be at least one maintenance building on each rail line where locomotives can be serviced. So it looks like it wants me to make a maintenance building. What is that? Is it the warehouse? What's the maintenance building? Select the station itself. Alright. Close. Small train station. And, so there's like little buildings. Construction maintenance buildings, yes. There we go, and you can see that added on here, right here. I don't really like how close that is. That's a really unrealistic turn. I wish I could kind of place that myself, but that's okay. It's okay. They have little automatic wagons dropping off goods and supplies, which is pretty neat. It's always nice to have a little touch like that. And looks like our little tutorial guy is going to go away, and we can look at our tasks. So we need to deliver 16 loads of cattle to Denver, 16 loads of meat to Cheyenne, and connect 150 people to the rail network. Alright, reach a population of 30 in Cheyenne, and connect Omaha and Rock Springs, transport 100 passengers. Alright, so we can go ahead and do these optional tasks, I think. I think that'll be good enough for the rest. So deliver cattle and meat. So cattle to Denver. Where is Denver? It's up here in Colorado. There's Rock Springs. That's kind of where we need to go. Which way is north? Dodge City. Here's North Plate. Where the heck is Denver? Isn't that up here, is it? No. Let's see, is there a quick way to find towns? That's Bismarck, Fargo. North Plate, Cheyenne, so we need a place there. Here's Denver. Man. Well, it was annoying to find you, Denver. And we need to deliver some cattle, and there's a Kelly Ranch right there, so that might be a good place to start. So let's go ahead and get a small train station. Actually, we'll get a proper train station here in Denver. Denver's a big town. I can handle it. I'm just going to get at the edge of the circle as possible. Right? And you can see the roads kind of automatically lay out. And you can build your own buildings eventually if that's something you want to do. Alright, cool. Build these close to industries to reduce loading times, and the more residential areas to increase people. So there is Denver. And here is the cattle reserve. Now, were we taking cattle or were we taking meat to Denver? Cattle to Denver. Okay, we can do that. So let's get a new train station. This one can be small. I think that's fine. And we'll angle it like that. All right. And now we will simply connect this up. So what I wouldn't mind doing, how much money would it cost me to take this straight over here to Norfolk? That's $305. We don't have enough for that. That's fine. But we can take it straight over to Kelly Ranch. So we're gonna come out this way and then just do a nice curve. Nice and smooth. And you can see, you know, this is going to deform the terrain a bit, but I'm going to add a point there to avoid that because I don't like deforming the terrain a crazy amount like that. So that looks good. 2% incline, that's not bad. So that's $69. We'll go ahead, get that going. And then we will go ahead, add a rail line here between Kelly Ranch and Denver. Though I need to get the locomotive first, so hold on, we're gonna leave that. Let's get a train. We're gonna get a Philadelphia, of course. Very good, very good. All right, so we'll do that. We'll close this. We'll set up a rail line from there to there. Nice. So it is loading that train, hopefully. Changes to railroad made. There's our new train, our Philadelphia. Loading up on that livestock there. Looking real good. Let's see, the following applies to all train stations. The larger the station, the shorter the loading and unloading times, and it'll be more rail tracks available. Good. That's a good tip. They have good tips, solid tips for this game, which is really nice to see. Because right now I'd be a little lost, a little overwhelmed. A little bit of an old school UI system, which I don't mind. You know, I grew up with these kind of older UIs here, so for me it's alrighty. So we're delivering meat now. Hey, gotta deliver cattle. And let's see, connect Omaha to North Plate. Here's North Plate. So if we just bring the line this way, and in fact, if I construct the railway through the town like this, we can bring that easily down to Kelly Ranch. And so we can bring cattle, hopefully all the way back up somewhere that might be able to get some meat. Yeah, you can see we do meat up here. So that would be cool. That'd be a good supply chain. We also do meat in Denver, so I guess in theory we don't necessarily have to ship it that far, if you think about it. But it also kind of depends on how much we're shipping. As you can see, we're only shipping 30% by train. And the rest is going by wagon somewhere else, so we could do the other 30% up to the north. I'm getting a little ahead of myself, I think. Alright. So let's get a small station here. We haven't connected Denver with our hometown yet. That's interesting. So this one wants us to do Denver to our home station first before we're allowed to pull off and go to North Plate, which, I mean, that's okay. We can kind of swing by and then just do an offshoot off the main line there. That'd be perfectly fine with doing that. So we'll go this way, up right past North Plate. How's this automatic hookup wanting to do? That's $204. It's pretty expensive, so we're actually gonna swing this around a bit because I want the fancier looking line. All right, so let's go ahead and get that. Add a point out here. And you can adjust these points basically however you want. I'm just adding points simply just to get this to be a little bit more smooth. Okay, so shift click removes a track point. That's kind of interesting. Didn't expect that. Alright, so we got that there. Actually, let's just get rid of these. I think that's technically just going to be the smoothest. A little bit of a bend here and there, and we're just waiting for more money at this point, so we will... Unrest in New York. Populace does not want to go to war. Following new troop conscriptions, unrest has broken out amongst the immigrants in New York due to option of being released from this military service for payment of $300. The accusation is that the rich man's war and poor man's fight. Officials are, however, optimistic that the unrest will soon die down and the objectors will be convinced to mobilize. Oh. Alright, we still moving along here? We still making money? Oh, looks like this one needs maintenance. Or something. Why are you holding? You really shouldn't be holding that long, considering there's a switch there. We may need another switch. Citizens of Denver is impressed by the railroad. Well, that's good. Why aren't you coming in to our passing station? What are you doing? I mean, you could be breaking down. Let's take a look at you. You got water. You're maintained just fine. You're holding here. That's what you're supposed to hold. There you go. You're getting some water. See, you should be going. You should be going. Let's go ahead and add a track signal here. And see if we can get that to kind of space out a little bit better. Locomotive slowed due to missing equipment. That is fine. We just need to add a supply tower here along the way so that we can get supplied up. Along this route, each locomotive requires supply towers so that you can make water. Yeah, so we got one there. And we'll put the depot over here at the train station, and we will go ahead and construct a maintenance shed for this train. Nice. So yeah, it has a bad condition right now, so that'll get fixed here in a moment. How's the other one doing? Have you guys figured out your pausing issue that you were getting? Hopefully. I hope these two signals kind of fix that. Otherwise, we can just do a double lane pretty much the whole way. I have no problem doing that. So we have that train coming back. I love watching these things. Just these little trains kind of on their way here and there. So you're gonna go ahead off that side, and you should go. Get on out of here. So what I'll do is I will add a signal here. We are going to change the signal type, and we are going to add the negative side there. And we're going to add the same thing kind of over here. And add the negative there. That way, I'm hoping this works. As soon as they pass this, they'll go. Yep. See, that's it. I've played these games before. I know what's going on. I know their plan. Let's see. So we're just on double speed, kind of waiting for more money. And once we get more money, we'll connect Denver over here. In which case, we can connect this north plate and get that extra bonus $350. $350. Which is gonna be nice. Omaha's a small town, let me tell you. But the graphics are pretty nice. I'm happy we're getting kind of these newer systems here. So what are you carrying? You're carrying some corn, some meat, some mail, some passengers to the next place. So these automatic trains are pretty handy. They kind of automatically drop off a bit of their supplies here, and then they carry on with new and upgraded stuff all the way to Norfolk. And then from Norfolk, what are you picking up here? You're picking up just some passengers and some mail, and you're bringing them back. So, you know, you're making money both ways. You don't have to worry about changing the wagon type. I kind of missed that, but I'm pretty sure if I turned it off automatic and bought my own wagons, we kind of customize the trains. But automatic seems to be just rocking it, in my opinion. Doing real well there. Our plan for this railway is still waiting. We're just waiting for that $197. And then we will go ahead and get maybe 2 trains to go this whole route. So Omaha all the way to Denver. Actually, we'll take some corn too, so we'll take the corn all the way down. If we're going to do that, though, we're going to have to upgrade these. Instead of single stations, we're going to probably need double stations and some more passing lanes and longer passing lanes, so we can get some more trains in there. So that's something to look out for. So we have that, and that means we can, as soon as we get a little bit more money, we're getting there. As soon as you go into construction mode, it pauses. So why am I sitting in there? Here we go. Unload, unload. We'll keep some of it. And pain bill. There we go. There we go. So we have our line going all the way past North Plate, and it goes straight to Denver, which is pretty amazing there. So we need passing lanes, we need new trains, we need services going down this way. And I think that's where we are going to pick it up for the next episode. So with that, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys are enjoying Railway Empire like I am. If you guys are looking forward to more, you guys know what to do. Leave a like, leave a comment down below, and hopefully you all are pretty excited to jump into this yourself and take on some competitors when this game finally comes into early access. So with that, I'll be ending this episode here, and I'll see you guys in the next video.